name's Tim Walter and I'm a house healer and an alternative life coach. A little bit later on in today's Monday Moments, we'll be looking at the standing stone that we put in the back garden about a month ago. We want to see whether those underground water lines have moved any closer to the stone itself, like Dowsing suggested that they might. I'll also be updating you in a little minute about the bee project that we discussed in last week's Monday Moments. So we've got some news on that, and which is great. But first off, housekeeping as usual. Don't forget, if you want to subscribe, click on subscribe, click on the grey bell icon to get notified every time we upload another video. So do leave a comment, do leave a question on any of the videos that you see on the channel. Just pop it into the comments section and I'll pick it up, and that way we can really keep the information relevant to what everybody wants to know about. Okay, so the idea is that I do these kind of chatty ones at the beginning of the week in which we answer your questions, and later in the week I do a more detailed video in a more standard format where we go into a subject in detail. The next couple of weeks, having said that, are going to be a little bit different because I'm on staycation. So any burglars take note. I'm still going to be here in the house, but I'm not going to be in the office. So the next couple of weeks, the 4 videos that will go up will actually be a recut interview that I did with a friend of mine who has his own channel on YouTube, George John Kingsnorth, and of course we talk about life, the universe and everything. So I'm going to be putting those up on automatic uploads over the next couple of weeks while I'm on holiday. But as soon as I get back, mid-July, we'll pick all this up again, and it should be great. Now, you remember in last week's program that I asked anybody that was involved in beekeeping to make contact? Well, actually 2 of you, wonderful, 2 of you got in touch. There's Claire and Socratek, and you guys are brilliant. Thank you so much for getting in touch. I will come back to you after my holiday, if that's okay, and we'll put something together, see what we can do in terms of working with dowsing and intuition. Really looking forward to that. So thank you so much to both of you, Socratek and Claire, for getting in touch. But now what I'd like to do is to show you what's happened with the standing stone that we put into the garden about a month ago. So let's pop outside and have a look. So what we're going to do out here then is to see whether these lines have moved at all or not. Got my trusty broom handle. Now, we had 3 lines. We want to now identify where line 1 is, please. So going over here. So to show me where I cross line 1. Oh, am I crossing line 1 here? I'm crossing line 1 here. So I'm just going to do that again because that was really quite a bit uncomfortable with that. Show me when I cross line 1. So that's the same place. Same place as I got it just now, I mean. So that's there. So I'm going to just follow line 1, which now goes presumably in front of the stone. And in fact, I just want to take that definitely going off, picking it up there, right, through there, going over there, so going over this way, following line 1, so we can probably see that one. So we've got a line coming across here. So we've got line 3, which is behind still, I think. So let's just look for line 3, going across there, and then goes, follows the same line. This way, comes out here, and goes somewhat through there. So from my memory, that looks pretty similar to what it was. Then we had line 2, which I'm expecting to cross, because we had a crossing point over there somewhere, but I'm expecting it to be crossing closer to the stone now. So let's just look for line 2 if I walk straight ahead. If I walk straight ahead, will I hit it? Yes, I will. So line number 2 comes down. So I'm coming down here. So coming down that way, yeah, okay. So coming in here. So, and then through, line 2, through, oh, and actually it's carrying on down there. So what we have is a crossing point right here at the moment, but let's just take this one back the way it came, which is line over there. So we have a crossing point there. Right, what I'll actually do is put the dowsing rod in there so that we can see these lines. Just going to show them once again and compare it to last time. So that's interesting, that's moved over the course of a month quite some way. So what we can do actually is just ask the question, when did these lines settle to this position? How long ago from today? If you can answer the time frame in this, please. You can answer. Okay, so was it more than a week ago? No. So was it within the last 7 days that these settled like this? Was it today? No. Was it yesterday? No. Was it 2 days ago? No. 3 days ago? No. 4 days ago? Approximately 4 days ago. So today is Monday, so 4 days ago, about Thursday of last week. So let's just double check where the power centre is, because this obviously is put, oh yeah, okay, that's really quite strong. So this is put because the power centre, the main power centre was just over here, and in fact what's happened is that the main power centre? No, it's not. So the Earth Energy Power Centre, the main one we're talking about, manifestation-wise in relation to the human consciousness, is just show me when it crosses. It's over. So it's, I mean, it's here, and there's the crossing point. That's the centre of the circle, yes? So that's the centre of the power. Where? Yeah, that's the centre of the power centre. So it's just, well, I mean, maybe 12 inches. I'm really excited by that stone out there. It really is amazing. It's formed not only a visual central focus to the garden as we develop it a little bit, but also it's got this amazing sort of magic about it already, which is really interesting. So just to recap, what we've got there is that the two lines that we thought would move have indeed moved closer. The crossing point of those two water flows has moved closer to the stone. The third line that went behind the stone has moved closer to the stone as well, but not by much, not significantly. Of course, I could have dowsed wrongly, so there's no guarantee that this is all correct, but it didn't feel like I was dowsing wrongly. It felt like I was getting okay results, and I felt like I got quite a good connection. Of course, it's an enormous leap to make an assumption about what other people have thought, especially thousands of years ago when they were living in a society that's so different to ours now. But to me, if water can move that amount of space in 4 weeks, it seems pretty likely that the ancients that planted standing stones, really heavy standing stones like those at Avebury, we can make the assumption that they knew that putting these great weights into the earth would have this effect on water flows. Not only on the water flows, of course, we know that there's an enhancement of the earth energy at those sites too. So I think what we got here with the bee project in the longer term and this standing stone in the garden and looking at the energies changing around that, I think this is really quite exciting stuff. So I'm going to carry on answering your questions about dowsing and all that sort of thing, and coming up later this week will be one about pendulum dowsing and how to ask a good question string to really get good responses from your dowsing. So we'll be looking at that later in the week. Don't forget, click on subscribe, click on the grey bell icon to get notified every time I do an upload so that you can watch them. You don't have to go searching for them. The other thing is, don't forget, I'm away, I'm on staycation, so the office is empty, but I'll be here at home doing some work on the house for the next 2 weeks. So uploads will be my interview that I did with George John Kingsnorth, an old friend of mine, about life, the universe and everything. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the way that I work with subtle energies and do house healing work and the way that I work with mentoring clients, you might like to buy a copy of my book, which is jointly authored with Adrian Incledon Webber, a good friend of mine. It's called Spirit and Earth, a handbook for modern holistic living, and it's available in the US and in the UK from Amazon sites, both of those places. links in the comments description section below. Also, if you're in the UK, do check out my website for workshops that I'm running in the near future. The next one I'm doing is with a lovely lady called Jenny Parks, and we're looking at using nature, working with nature, sitting with nature and really tuning in to the energies, the subtle energies of the place where we find ourselves and the natural world, so that we can actually bring the essence of some of that energy into our artwork. So you might like to come along to that. Very small attendance, we only have 3 or 4 people on each course, purely so that we can work very closely with them. Do check it out. So until next time, take care.